you doing today? Hope you guys are having a fantastic week. I am on my way to do a little bit of camping. Instead of a single night, I'm actually going to do 2 nights. And I'm not sure exactly how well this trip is going to turn out. Because, like I said, I plan on being up there for 2 nights. And tomorrow they're calling for an 80% chance of rain. So we'll just see how it turns out. And actually this trip is going to be a 2-video trip, because the place where I'm going and the park that I'm staying at actually has a section of the Ice Age Trail. So we're going to go up there and we're going to do that section. But I'm also going to film my adventures of camping and whatnot while I'm up there. And I think all in all it should be a nice trip, if I can get by without having too much rain. It will take me probably about 3.5 hours to get up there, and that's on the interstate. It could have been about 4.5 if I decided to do the back roads. I'm not in a big hurry, with the exception of for this campground that I'm going to, and it's a county campground just like last time. It's in Marathon County, and it's called the Dells of the Eau Claire River County Park. So yeah, it's right on the Eau Claire River, so that'd be really nice. And they got like rock formations around the river. Should be a pretty nice little spot. Right now I have no food with me. I plan on going to the biggest major city that's up there, and that's Wausau. They've got a Walmart, they've got grocery stores, they've got all this other stuff. So I shouldn't have any problems finding anything to eat. And when I go to get my groceries, I will pick up 1 night's worth of food. So I'll pick up my dinner when I go to the grocery store. And then tomorrow, I'm hoping I can get out for a ride and pick up my dinner for tomorrow night. Hopefully I can get out and ride. Hopefully the storms won't be too bad. I think I saw that the storms are supposed to be starting sometime in the afternoon. But they could be pretty intense. I think my temperatures out here right now are in the low mid 80s. I think maybe around 82, 83, something like that. Humidity is a bit high, but not horrible. I think we're sitting somewhere around 75% humidity. Now this campsite that I'm going to, like I said before, it's a county park, and it's really interesting on how they take reservations. You cannot just go through the website, get a reservation the day you want to go camping. You have to make it 3 days ahead of time. Otherwise, it just tells you that sites are not available. There might be sites available, but you can't reserve them like that. Plus, you also have to reserve them for a minimum of 2 days. So you can't just go up there with a reservation, spend the night, and go home. You have to pay for 2 days. The park does have electrical sites, and I think there's like 4 non-electrical sites, and only one of those is reservable. All the others are kept, those 3 other non-electrical sites are kept on, a first come, first served basis. I'm actually hoping to get one of those tonight. just check out. So I'm trying to get there as close to 3 as possible. However, it's already 1 o'clock and I'm starting to get a little hungry. So probably in the next half hour or so, I think I'm going to stop off and have a little lunch. Alright, I'm going to be following 39. So I-39. To Wausau. Guys, so I'm back on the road. I did a little bit of a bathroom break back at the last little town. Stopped for some lunch. Just Burger King, nothing special. Now I'm back on the road. I'm only an hour and a half from the camp. So I should be able to make it. Gas might be a little iffy. So I may have to stop for gas. Maybe actually in Wausau, or I suppose I could fill up now and have plenty. There was a gas station at BP back where I stopped, but just didn't feel like getting gas there. Coming up on 3 o'clock. I'm still about an hour away. And if you notice, I've got you in a slightly different position. I'm kind of hoping that maybe it won't bounce around so much in that spot as it was over there, sticking out over through here. So we'll see how it goes. I'm hoping the wind won't push it around as much. The anchor point is just a little more solid. Might still get some vibration, but hopefully not too bad. Okay guys, so I'm about maybe 15 minutes from my exit at a 29. So yeah, I'm getting closer and closer. I'm getting more and more excited, I tell you. Alright, Marathon County. Woo! Alright, so we're finally up into the Wausau area. I'm just 3 miles from my exit. It's time to get up here and start having some fun. This is the 3rd time I've crossed the Wisconsin River today. Alright, 29 East, exit 187. looking for exit 177. Alright, here's exit 177 for County J. Looks like I'm going to make a left-hand turn here. Now, of course, these are roads I've never been on. Now, it's not like I come up here cruising around a lot or anything like that, so I've never been to the park that I'm going to. Oh, that reminds me. I saw a sign for a trail. It was oh crap, now I can't remember what the trail was called. I'm actually smelling rain. You know, rain to me has a very distinctive smell, and I'm smelling it. So I'm wondering if they may have had rain recently. I mean, the pavement's not wet, but I can definitely smell that moisture, that rain in the air. None of the clouds I saw up in the sky looked like rain clouds. You know, they're all kind of fluffy clouds. I don't know. Big huge dairy farm over here. You can just smell the cow manure. It actually smells pretty good. Nice, strong, healthy cows in there. Alright. Got this stop sign up here. It's a four-way stop, it looks like. So this is where I'm going to make my turn. Oh, I got some lammies over there. Jen and Vic will be happy to hear that. Well, I guess it's not a four-way stop. I swore that stop ahead signs in all ways. Alright, here comes my turn right here by the bridge of next to the Eau Claire River. Good sized river, huh? Truck, so he must probably be around here somewhere fishing. Could have been underneath the bridge fishing. Oh, loose gravel. Guys, here we are at County Y. Ooh, nice freshly paved road. Main shelter, picnic areas, and group campground is down the road over there. This is the entrance platform. road to my right is the campground. So there's the bathroom. Little pit toilets, I think. I don't know if they flush or not. So I can buy wood here. Camper self-registration is required. Basically, this is what I want right here. I want to be close enough to the bathrooms and the fire so I don't have to carry too far. So, what I need to do now, oh look at that, someone was nice enough to leave me all their trash. Some trash there on the ground too. So I'm going to go see where I need to go register, and I'll come back to you guys. Alright, see you in a bit. Okay guys, here's my campsite. Fire ring there, picnic table there, there's my bike. There's a little bitty patch of green right in through here, and that's actually where I'm going to put my tent. I don't like the fact that it's all gravel like this, but you know, that's why I have the tarp, so when I put my tent down, it's protected from the ground. So hopefully the tarp will get torn up instead of my tent. I mean, it's a fairly cheap tent, so I'm not too worried about it. But this is not the original site I pulled into. This is site number 2. I originally pulled into site number 5. I decided to use this one because bathrooms are right through the trees over here. And on this side is where you get the wood, and they also have water supply right over there too. So I'm good to go. I'm right between everything. I like that. All right, let me put you down. Let me set up my tent, and then we'll buzz into Wausau, about a 20-minute drive, and we'll get some groceries. Cool. All right, so this is where I want to set up my tent. I hate the cording that they put in here. It is so sticky. It just grabs that material and it's really hard to pull it out. All right, tarp is down fairly well. Grab my stakes. Oh wow. I might have to go into the woods and see if I can find a rock, because these are not going to push in very easily. Wow. Not very easily at all. All right, let me go and see if I can find some. Oh. Maybe this will work. Somebody left a little piece of firewood sitting around. You know what? I think that's going to be far enough. I just really don't want to pound them in so tight that I won't be able to get them back out. But I do want them tight enough to where the wind won't blow them over. All right, so that should be good. I think I'll give these a couple more whacks over here. All right, get my poles out. And there we go. Tent is up. Let's get the fly on. Let's go. All right, there's that. Grab this. This opens up my little archway here a little bit. There we go. Now I put the mat this way, the ground cover. I put it this way so it still protects my tent, but I have a big wide surface I can come out onto without stepping in dirt and gravel and mud and stuff like that. Can't believe I'm already panting a little bit. My deflate wasn't fully closed. All right, there we go. There's that. I have no idea what the bear situation is up here. I mean, we're in bear territory, but I don't know if they kind of know to keep out of this area or if there's even any technically around this immediate area. So that I don't know anything about. I undo my straps completely, all the compression straps. I have to break out my bug spray. I'm getting things flying around me already. Of course, I'm sweaty and I'm hot, so it's to be expected. So that's my military sleep pad. It's the military sleep system. There's a bivvy and two sleeping bags that are in there. Now tonight, I don't know, I may end up sleeping in both of them tonight. It's going to get kind of cool, but I might just leave the bivvy open. Got a small little fluff pillow. Got my hunter's seat that I use it as a pillow, and I tell you, it works pretty darn good. If you like a nice firm pillow, these things are awesome. And it's round, so you know, in the mummy bag you got the rounded head, it just fits in there really nice. All right, and then I also have this, and this is an inflatable pillow. I don't like to blow this one up too much. I want a little softness to this one. And that should be it. Yep. Okay, then in here, instead of carrying a large jug for water, just like when I was camping up at Pure Natural Bridge Park, I've got bottles, but these were empty. I did not fill these up and bring them up here, and I don't have any pre-made coffee. So I'll be going up here and just filling these up. And then when I go on hikes and stuff like that or whatever, if I'm cooking, I just go and fill them up. That's kind of why I wanted this spot. Water's right over there, bathroom's right over there. So those I'm going to leave out. And in fact, this whole, pretty much this whole bag is all just cooking stuff. So I got water, got silverware, got fire starter. And then I've also got batteries for my cameras in here. Now I can grab the stuff out of the saddlebags and get them situated. Okay, so in this saddlebag, I have my cooking containers. So this is my Stanley cup that you see me use. This is my GSI cook set, and I bought pretty much everything in this, all the pots and pans. Didn't know what I was going to make. And then also in here is bug repellent and sunscreen. On this side, it's gas for my gas stoves. I got the 1 pound propane, and I got the little butane. I want to use this butane stuff up first. That green one is finally gone. I've only got that one left. Once that's gone, everything goes to propane. And then everything else in here is a couple of jackets. I got a rain jacket. I've got my 2014 Ice Age Trail Guide, so I can read about the trail before I go hiking. Then a couple of pairs of socks and a fresh shirt, just because I know that they're calling for rain tomorrow. And if my shirt gets wet, they're cotton, so they're going to take forever to dry. So I brought an extra shirt just in case. I'll put this stuff in the tent. All right, this stuff can go on the table. Now what I want to do is I want to go up there to the water, get these bottles filled up. You want to come along? I don't know what kind of shot you're going to get of me filling up the water bottles, but we can try it. They've taken out the little drinking fountain, but you can still get water out of the tap here, so that's all I'm going to do. Okay guys, we got our water, got our gas, got our fire starter. I do need to buy wood, and I've got enough cash to do that. It's like $6 a bundle. See, that's how they get you, okay? This non-electrical site is $17. They do not take debit cards, credit cards, okay? You've got to either pay cash or write a personal check. Well, who the hell uses personal checks anymore? So what you got to do is you got to make sure you have ones with you, okay? I'm here for 2 days. It's $34. If I put in 35, they don't give me change back. All right? So I wanted to make sure I had some ones to come up here. Well, I had 5 ones. So I got 4 for my payment of the site, and then I've got an extra $1, and of course a 5 as well, to pay for the wood. So I'm going to go get that, but then what we're going to do is we're going to jump on the bike, we're going to go into Wausau and pick up our groceries. Sounds good? Sounds good. Okay guys, we're going into town. I'm getting no type of Wi-Fi satellite signal out here, so I'm just kind of following the map best I can. I'm going to take this to 52, and then 52 will take me all the way into Wausau. Okay, the grocery store I'm looking for is just up ahead. Alright guys, I'm back from the grocery store. And I got some goodies. So let me get this stuff unpacked and I'll show you what I got. Okay, so for dinner tonight, got a can of French cut green beans, a can of diced potatoes, and boneless sirloin steak. Put that on the grill, yeah. So that's dinner tonight, okay? I figure between the 2 cans of vegetables and the meat, that should be plenty. All right, so then for breakfast, I'm hoping that this will last me the whole trip, because you know I'm only here for like 2 days, and there's 10 packets of oatmeal in here. So this should be good enough. This is an apple cinnamon instant oatmeal, and yeah, we'll see what it does. Excuse me a moment. I have bugs flying around my ears, and I think one of them already bit me. All right, so that's my breakfast for the next couple of days, okay? I shouldn't have to go out for breakfast or get anything else. And then for lunch tomorrow, I bought taco rice, okay? Knorr's instant packet, just add water, no butter, no milk. And to that, I will add these 2 little cans of chicken meat. I figure it would be like a, almost like a chicken taco type of a thing, but no shell. And then for a snack tonight, because I always need something sweet at the end of the day. I don't know why, I just do. I was looking for some Oreos or something like that, but they didn't have any at the store. Not a little packet anyway. I mean, I could have gotten a big one, but I didn't want that. But these are Grandma's chocolate chip cookies. I got 3 packets of those, and yeah, I'll probably eat all 3 of them tonight. And then to drink for the trip, I don't have any coffee with me. I don't have any instant. I didn't brew any and bring any, nothing like that. I did look around the store. It's a very small grocery store that it was here. I mean, it's a good size, but it just doesn't have everything. And they did not have an instant coffee packet type thing to where you can just open up a packet, dump it in your hot water, and boom, you got your coffee. All they had large containers of like a freeze-dried instant, you know, and you got to measure it all out and blah, blah, blah. I didn't want to do that. If I wanted to do that, I could have brought it from home, you know. But they did have some Crystal Light, so I have that. This is a peach tea, and it's a black tea, and it's got caffeine in it, so there's my caffeine right there. So that's what I've got for my meals for the next, well, 3 to 4 anyway, because I got dinner, breakfast, lunch. Don't have dinner for tomorrow yet, but I've got breakfast for the day after that when I actually leave. And then lunch on the way home, I'll just eat on the way home. I won't eat lunch here on that last day. But I want to have something to drink right now. I feel like I'm a little parched. Now, typically, these little packets, I usually flavor a 1 liter bottle. Get that shaking around. And then I'll just let that sit and dissolve a little bit. It's not going to be ice cold, but it is what it is, and I'm sure it'll be good. All right, I want to get a fire going so I can get that steak and these vegetables cooked off. Let's go. All right, got my fire going. That should be a roaring fire in no time. Look at all this trash I pulled out of the fire pit. Aluminum foil, aluminum cans, plastic. Come on, people, really? Okay, I'm gonna sit here and baby this so I can have dinner soon. All right, the fire is going pretty good. I don't have my tripod, so I just basically got the camera sitting on a box on the table, so I can't really shoot it up any higher, at least not easily anyway. I brought a little something special for the seasoning for the steak. Now I think this is actually like 3 steaks all in here, but it's only like a pound. And I tell you, the way butchers do meat nowadays is a lot different than what I'm used to. You know, when I was growing up, you know, butchers were, you know, steaks were, you know, a pound a piece. Now you go to the store, it's like maybe half a pound that you can find for a steak. And yeah, these are 3 little steaks. These are a sirloin. So I got beautiful sirloin steaks for dinner. So yeah, so these 3 steaks weigh a pound, a little over. It's like 1.09 or something like that. But to me, that looks like just enough. Don't that look good? Don't that look good? Looks good to me. Okay, for the cans, I actually forgot to grab a can opener, and the ones we have at home are pretty big, so I bought this little thing. It's kind of one of those cheap models, but it's got a really big knob to twist. So let's see how it does. I would say that worked out pretty well. It's a little tough, but you know, it's just got a straight blade. It doesn't have a round blade to cut as it goes around. But another thing that's kind of nice about this too is that it has a can opening end on it. So if I have a can with a liquid in it, I can actually use that to pop a hole in the can. And then on this side, it actually has a bottle top opener. So if I were to drink well, I don't drink beer, but if I drink a hard cider or a hard soda or something like that, sorry, probably hit my mic. If I have a hard cider, a hard soda or something like that, I can pop the top with that. So nice little handy thing to throw into my bag. And it's maybe a few ounces, maybe, I don't know, 10 ounces or so. All right, let's get these cans going. I would say that's probably over a low medium flame. So that should slowly heat up the vegetables in there. And then when they're boiling, I'll actually throw the meat on a very hot area and cook them like that. Since I'm sitting here waiting for my vegetables to heat up, I'll tell you quickly what happened to me on my way back from the store. Well, one, I got to the store and I found out that the battery in my action cam on my helmet had gone dead. I have no idea what I missed, if it went dead as I came up here or after I've been here. I just don't know. So I'll have to figure it out once I get home. But as I was coming home or coming back to camp, you know, after getting groceries, I was sitting there, I was trying to figure out something on my phone. So, you know, I was driving along, look down, drive along, look down, drive along. You know, that's basically how I do it. You know, I'm not sitting there going like this the whole time just staring at my phone. You know, I look up and I can kind of see in my peripheral where I'm going to touch, and I look down and I touch it, you know, the phone, you know. And I look down and I touch the app, and I looked up and there were 2, actually it was 3 deer crossing the road, and there was one down in the ditch already. So, so yeah, I quickly hit my brakes. I mean, I was maybe 50 feet from them. I was still a good distance away. But yeah, just kind of startled me that all of a sudden I looked up and they were there. So they quickly ran off the road and into the ditch, and I just flew right on by. So yeah, I just don't want you guys to get upset that I was doing something on my phone while riding. All right, I'm very particular on when I do it and all this other stuff. I'm not an idiot to where, you know, I'm trying to text while I'm driving and stuff like that. Fire's looking good. Almost time to put the steaks on, I think. But yeah, that was pretty cool. I got to see 4 deer, because there was that one that was down in the ditch, and then there were the 3 more that were still crossing. That was pretty cool. And 2 of them were very, very young. I mean, they weren't fawns, but they weren't full-grown deer yet either. You know, they were the size of a full-grown deer, but they still had their spots, and I think they just call those spotted deer. I think that's what they call them. I'm not sure about that. But yeah, that's pretty cool. All right, guys, I'm getting hungry. I'm getting tired of waiting for these cans to boil, so let's get these steaks going. That's my spatula right there. That's what I'm going to use to flip my meat. See, works pretty good, doesn't it? The cans are pretty warm, but yeah, it's not boiling just yet. You'll always hear people talking, oh, you don't flip a steak more than once. You know what? You flip it as many times as you need to. If I have to flip a steak 5 times so I don't burn it and it turns out good, then that's what I'm going to do. And you know what? I think they're just about done. In fact, I'm going to call them. Oh yeah, check those out, guys. Woohoo! All right, looks like my green beans are boiling. See if I can grab it here. Then I can all right, so there's my green beans. All right, I'm gonna slide this a little down here. Get it into a cooler spot where I can grab the can over here and drain away. All right, let's go eat. All right, I would say that the steaks have had plenty of time to rest. And because I don't have any plates with me or anything like that, I'm going to cut them on this little cutting board. So in essence, this is my plate. Let's see how that looks. Oh yeah. Mmm. I would say that is perfectly done. So what do you think of that, guys? Is that done? That looks great to me. Now, unfortunately, I do not have any butter or salt or anything like that. Are hot. The potatoes are hot. Let's try the French green beans. I actually like French green beans over regular green beans. I don't know why. I mean, they're just regular green beans that are sliced and cut, but I just like them better. All right. I'm going to sit here, eat my dinner. And yes, I am eating all 3 of these steaks. I am hungry. Let me eat so I don't gross you guys out. I'll see you after dinner. And I may end up having to do these dishes a couple of times tonight because, well, my hands are so dirty. And every time I touch them, they get dirty. So I'm going to waste a couple of cloths, I think, just to make sure that my hands are clean. If I run out of these little baby wipes, I just run to the grocery store and grab more. You know, clean off all the bug spray off my hand and the grit and shit from the fireplace, you know, all the soot and whatnot. My plastic fork. Make sure I get in between the tongs and my plastic spoon. Oh, I tell you, I'm stuffed. That was a lot of food. Oh. I mean, yeah, I haven't had that much food in a long, long time. That's pretty good. Get that put away. Now for the really dirty stuff, my little cutting pad and my pan here. And lastly, my pan. One of the things I found really good was I was taking my steak drippings in the pan here and putting them on my potatoes. Oh, that was really good. I'm glad I thought of that. I think I'm just going to do one more wipe just to ensure everything is clean. I did make the mistake. I sneezed and I went to go wipe my nose on my sleeve a little bit. And of course I got bug spray all over me. And then it got on my mouth and oh, of course bug spray tastes like shit. All right. I think it's time to just relax a little bit. Sit and enjoy the fire. Of course the fire's way over there. You know, it's probably about 20 feet away from the picnic table. So it's not like I can sit real close to it, but it'll be nice just to have a fire going. It'll keep the bugs down, you know, having all the smoke in the air. So that'll be a good thing. But I'm just going to kind of pick up, stow things away in the tent, and get myself just settle down for the night. Hey, you want to go on a walk with me? I need to throw this stuff away. Let's go for a walk. Well, there's my fire over there. All my tent gear. Of course, Angel. That's the bathrooms right there. Oh, got it. So, yep, just one men's, one women's, and they're just pit toilets, nothing special. They're actually very clean though. This looks like new construction. So yeah, it's pretty nice. Garbage bag. So that's the reason why I wanted this site here. It's because the bathrooms are that close. Alright guys, I drank all 3 of my bottles. So let's go fill up with water. And again, this is the other reason why I wanted this campsite. Because water is like right there. Literally, right there. The farther you turn the spigot, the faster the water comes out. And that's it. 3 bottles full. Let's go back to camp. Don't know if you guys can hear that or not, but there's coyotes all around the back side over there. They just started howling like maybe 2-3 minutes ago. That's cool. It's also kind of weird though that they all just started just like all at once. It's almost like they synchronized their watches or something. I don't know. Still got a little bit of a fire going. I'm just basically keeping it a smoldering fire, nothing big, nothing, outrageous. That's for tomorrow. Well, I think I'm going to stay up for probably another hour or so. And, then I'll probably turn in. All right, so that's my plan. That's what I'm doing. Just sitting here staring at a fire. The situation that I'm in right now, it's actually kind of awesome. There are other campers here, but they're like all on the far side over that way. So this half of the campground, I'm the only one here. That's pretty cool. I'm hearing some bangs and stuff coming across the campgrounds, but there's nothing, nobody over here, nobody. I've had a few people walk by on the road, but short of that, nobody. It's also kind of interesting too. I don't know if it's because it's getting cooler or what, but suddenly the mosquitoes just disappeared. I was kind of fighting some gnats and flies and mosquitoes, and then all of a sudden, boom, gone. Don't know why. And don't get me wrong, I'm happy about it. I'm not sitting there doing this, trying to keep the flies and gnats out of my hair. I can actually see my breath. I don't know if you can pick it up on the video or not. Can't believe it's that cold. But yeah, I think I'm just going to sit out here for a little while longer. Just hear sounds. I can actually hear the river, the Eau Claire River. I can hear that over there. That's kind of cool. And I'm excited for tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm going to do the part of the video, part of my adventure that's actually a hiking video. So part that you guys have been seeing now, this is a motorcycle adventure of me camping on the motorcycle. But tomorrow I'm going to take a few hours and walk, I think it's like, it'll be a little over 5 miles total, I think, because I'm starting kind of in the middle of the trail, and I'm going to walk down to, crap, I can't remember the name of the road. But anyway, then I got to backtrack, and I'll go around and go that way. And I think I end up stopping at like County Highway Z or something like that. So yeah, it'll be really good. And that part I'll actually, more than likely I have that part up before I actually get this stuff done. So you'll see the hiking video of me on the Ice Age Trail, and then a week later I'll put this part out. I'm also hoping to get out and do a little bit of riding tomorrow, because there's a couple of what do I want to call it, kind of oddball roadside attractions that I want to see, and I'm hoping I have enough time to do it before the weather comes in and starts raining. So that means I gotta get up and get moving on the hike and get that done and get back here and figure out exactly what's going on. Okay, well, I think that's it for the night. I will see you guys in the morning, and yeah, then the adventure will continue. All right, thanks, guys. Good morning, everybody. And it's a cool morning here. I'm gonna have to break out the bug spray already. Let's see, 1 packet per half cup. I did not sleep as good as I was hoping to. It's just one of those things. There's not much of a wind, but every little bit helps. After what happened with my larger Coleman stove, I now make sure that my little switch is by the opening so it stays cool. Granted, that's metal, not plastic. All right, I am going to say that that is a full boil. We'll let it sit for a minute. Hopefully this is good oatmeal. See if I can bring up a radar or the hourly forecast to see when the rain is supposed to be here. The forecast I saw said that the rain wasn't supposed to start until the afternoon, so this morning should be good. We are going to do our hike, and what happens, happens. All right, I'm going to say that that's been a minute. That's an impressive oatmeal, really. I mean, look at that. Big chunks of apples and stuff in there. Wow, that is really good. Lots of apple cinnamon flavor, yep. Yeah, that military sleep system, geez, I was so damn warm in it. I was only in one bag, had the bivy section unzipped and off of me. The only thing it was on was my feet, and I was plenty warm. I didn't have it zipped up. I'd stick my leg out every once in a while to cool off a little. All right, well, I'm going to sit here, eat my breakfast. I got to change the card in the camera because the icon's flashing. And I'll be back to you guys when we're ready to hike, okay? Sounds good. My hike went pretty good. If you haven't seen the video last week, that's the hike I just did. And everything went pretty well. Did twist my ankle a little bit, but it is what it is, no biggie. I need 2 cups. Got my gauze pad. Now you may notice I have a different shirt on than I had when I woke up and started my day. It's because when I got back from my hike, I was so sweaty, I had to get out of that shirt. It was just awful. I've been able to catch small glimpses of the weather forecast, and they dropped it from an 80% chance of rain down to a 50% chance of rain. But the chances at night have gone up. So instead of a 40% chance at night, it's now like a 60, 65, something like that. Don't forget the mat. You know what? I need to move you because you're sitting on the box that has my bottle opener, can opener. Now I can put you back. Okay, I'm gonna just take these over by the woods and just dump out the liquid. So, got my chicken all drained now. Now this says that it's got to boil for 7 minutes after I dump the contents into the pot. Gonna get a couple of bottles of my Crystal Light going. All right, got those good and shooken up. Yeah, I'm hungry. All right, we are boiling. Give it a little stir. Yeah, I'm exhausted from that hike. I really am. And yeah, I've got to figure out what I'm doing for dinner yet. I didn't buy anything at the store because I don't have refrigeration. I don't have a cooler or anything like that. So I need to figure out what I'm going to do for dinner tonight yet. Jump on the bike and go get it. So yeah, I just don't know what sounds good. I don't really want to do steaks again. That was a big meal last night. But I do remember seeing it was like a pre-made taco dip type thing. It had the lettuce, the cheese, and stuff all on a platter, and you just take nacho chips and eat it, I guess. That's what I'm assuming you do with it. Or Triscuits or Ritz or whatever cracker you want. And that actually looked really good, so I'm thinking I might do that, but I'm having Mexican right now. So I'm having chicken taco, basically. All right, I'm gonna add my chicken in. Take those to recycling later. I'm also hoping that while I'm in town getting my dinner, I'm hoping I can pull up the weather app and see what the weather is doing. I'm hoping that's what I can do. I should be able to get signal in town. I mean, Wausau is a pretty good sized town. All right, well, I think I'll come back to you guys once lunch is ready, and I'll show you what it looks like and everything. Tell you how it tastes. Hopefully it'll taste fine. All right, see you guys in a bit. All right, guys. I think it is done. Oh, that smells good. You guys want to see? How's that look, huh? Oh, and that looks pretty darn good. I know. How does it taste? You know, these Norris packets, there's very few of them I don't like. But I truthfully don't know if I've ever had this one. Not bad. Kind of like a Spanish rice. I can see more peppers and cilantro and stuff like that in here, though. Yep. This will be a good lunch. Hot. And a little spicy, too. Alright guys, I'm in my tent. I was playing with my phone. I was finally able to get a strong enough signal to where I could see the radar. We are right on the verge of getting the rain. So I ducked in the tent. I brought everything in here. My lunch and everything is in here. And I guess I'm just going to sit here and wait out the rain. Don't know when exactly it's going to get here, and I don't know how long it's going to last. But got to do what I got to do. I'm going to sit here and eat. Okay guys, so here's what's going on. I went to go leave and I had my helmet on and everything like that, and I recorded some stuff. At least I think I recorded some stuff. I don't know if it recorded or not. But as I was driving, I had my phone up on the mount and stuff like that, and I brought up the weather map, the radar, and Wausau is actually getting hit with rain right now. So I was like, well, if they're getting hit, I don't want to drive into it. So I stopped and came back. In fact, I'm feeling some sprinkles now. So yeah, I don't know if I got this recorded or not, but I'm thinking that if I can't get into Wausau to get dinner, then that oatmeal that I have for tomorrow morning is probably going to end up being my dinner tonight. Sorry. I can feel sprinkles hitting my arm and on my head and stuff. So yeah, that's kind of the plan right now, is that I'm going to end up having apple cinnamon oatmeal for dinner tonight, which is fine. I can do that. No big problem. But I was kind of hoping that this rain would not be here. I mean, I know it was a high chance of it being here, but I was hoping that it wouldn't show up, because I wanted to go around and I wanted to see some roadside attractions. There was a large badger. It's supposed to be like the state's biggest badger or something like that, and I wanted to go see that, and there are just a couple other little things like that, but I'm not going to be able to do it today. Maybe I can stop off and see it tomorrow on my way home, but right now, no. All right, sprinkles are hitting me more often and stuff, so I think the rain is here. Time to get back in the tent and just sit there. All right, back in my tent. Yes, I did actually sit here and eat my lunch in the tent. I really thought the rain was going to be here a lot sooner. But as you can hear now, well, maybe not over that car noise, but you can hear it, just the slight drizzly rain that's coming down. Do I have to be in here? No, I could actually be out there doing stuff, but why should I be out there getting wet? You know what I mean? So here I am, trapped in my tent, and this is what I'm seeing. So that's my view out my tent. I don't think that it's going to really get super heavy, unless, I mean, it's quite possible that the storm that is out there can just all of a sudden explode and become something huge, but right now I don't see that happening, but you never know. All right, I'm going to just sit here, drink some, read some, maybe even pull out my phone and see if I can catch my wife before she leaves for work. All right, that's what I'm going to do. Bye. Okay, guys. So I think the rain is pretty much gone for now. So I think I'm going to take the opportunity to run into town and see about getting something for my dinner. And dinner's still like 3 hours away. But yeah, I want to get something. Then again, it'll be another thing that if I start running into rain, I turn around and I come right back. I did talk with my wife a little bit while I was held up in the tent. I asked her to check the radar because I have like no signal in the campground, and she says that it looks like the storm had passed the area, but there are a lot of other little light shower areas kind of all over the state, so she said that more than likely we'll get hit again tonight. Alright, so yeah, there are definitely some more storms now that I'm getting closer to Wausau. I can see them now. There's one over there, there's one over there. I'm hoping I can at least make it to the grocery store and get inside before it gets rainy. Well, just had a sprinkle hit my visor. I do not like that view. That's way dark. Alright guys, I don't know if you can tell, but I did run into some pretty heavy sprinkles, nothing major, and it seems like I went right through it. Alright, just on the other side of the mobile station is my grocery store. Lamb's Fresh Market. Oh, came in on the wrong side. Looking at the radar on my phone since I had the 4G in town, and I decided I would leave because if I didn't, I was going to be stuck there for a long time waiting for the next round of storms to pass through. And I mean, it could be probably a couple of hours. But if I leave now, I also have a chance of running into a large system that is coming down onto the campground. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to get to the campground before that large storm hits, or as the large storm is hitting. I just don't know. So just like I took the chance of coming into Wausau just to get something to eat, now I'm taking the chance going back. Yeehaw! And I was also intelligent enough to leave my jacket at camp. So if I start going through a large storm, it's gonna hurt like a son of a bitch. Pushing the speed limit just a little bit more. Oh, dang it, guys. I left in such a hurry that I didn't put a new memory card in my helmet cam, so you missed everything I just did. I ran all the way into Wausau on a whim of getting something to eat, and I did. But on the way there, I hit rain. On the way back, I hit some rain. And not really super heavy stuff, but it was one of those things. It was either go now, get a little wet, or don't go at all and, have oatmeal for dinner. Well, I didn't want oatmeal for dinner, so. And then when I got to the store, I quickly checked out. By the time I got there, I kind of knew exactly what I wanted. I just had to go get it. And when I left the store, it was already starting to rain. All right, throw the stuff in the saddlebag, jump on the bike, and head out. Because there was a storm front that was coming towards the campground. I was hoping that I was going to even get to the campground before that storm hit. But if I didn't leave right away, I was going to be stuck in Wausau because there was a multi-cell thing going on over there. So, yeah, it was either grab it and go or stick around Wausau in that little grocery store for like 3 hours until that rain stops. But, yeah, I made it here, and it wasn't too bad. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. So, in fact, the storms that I was trying to chase here and beat, they actually pushed off a little more east than I thought they were going to. I actually thought that they were going to hit the campground. So yeah, everything turned out really well. And what I got for dinner, there it is. Got some Fritos. And, sorry, that arm's getting tired. I got 2 packets of a taco dip. So basically, I'm just going to have chips and dip for dinner. Sounds good to me. Yeah. Hear that little pittering? Yeah, that's kind of what I was riding through to get here, so it's now catching up to me. Alright, I'm going to go eat my dinner, just relax. There's nothing else I really can do, so I was looking at the radar when I was in town, and my God, there's like storms all over Wisconsin. It's just not around here. There's storms down in Beloit, there's storms in Madison, Stevens Point. I mean, it's all over the state. So I'm just going to sit here and eat. Sounds like a plan. Yep. Actually, it just quieted down just a little bit. It was really coming down just for a split second. Well, this is my dinner. Now, if you're wondering why am I just doing a chip dip? Well, one, it's got proteins, it's got vegetables and stuff like that, so it's fairly decently good. But it's something I don't have to cook. I don't want to start up my little stove in here and have something go horribly wrong. I could, yes, but there's just so much stuff in here, and it's a small little tent. And that little stove pumps out heat, and I don't want to get a hole in my tent or anything like that. So chip and dip it is. Oh, guys, I really don't know what to tell you. This is the longest this tent. Oh, I think that's just Jen. Yep, just my wife telling me she loves me. I think this is the longest rainstorm that this tent has ever been in. And every so often I'll look up here and I'll see water on the inner wall mesh. So the fly is leaking somewhere, somehow. But then behind the camera, the wall over here seam has gotten saturated and it's starting to slightly leak in over there. It's nothing major. I should be able to last the rest of the night like this without an issue. The other thing I could do, I could run outside and grab some firewood and pull the fly away from the walls a little bit, kind of give it a little bit more protection. I may end up just doing that, at least on that side. This side over here looks fine, and I'm not noticing anything along this long wall here. It's just that spot right over there. So, yeah, I might just do that. Just run outside, get a little wet, but just guy out the fly just a little bit. Alright, I'll do that. Gives me something to do. Alright, I think I got everything all situated out there. As you can see, I got the guy rope being held in place with a log. Just a piece of firewood that I had laying out there. I got one on each guy rope. Back out there as well. So all I'm hoping is that it will keep the water from dripping on the wall, specifically this one here, because that's where I'm getting the most leakage. I do, like I said, every so often, I don't know if you've caught me saying it before, because I don't know what I've really caught during this trip, but just every so often I'll look up here, and on this inner mesh area I see a bead of water on it. So at some point up here it is leaking through the fabric and dripping down. So I mean, this tent's like 7 years old, so I'm expecting it to start failing at some point. But at the same time, now that I know that I'm having some issues, now maybe over the winter I'll take some time, maybe seam seal the whole tent, maybe even tape, I don't know. As far as the fabric leaking though, I don't know what you can do about that. I think there's some sprays that you can try, but I don't know how good they are. So that's where I'm at, and that's what I'm doing. Alright guys, I'm going to try to make a fire out of this wet wood, and we'll see what happens. Alright. Fire starter is lit. See if I can find the driest wood pieces. Alright, we'll start with that and see what happens. All this wet stuff I'm actually going to put in the fire pit and see if I can get it to dry out as the fire lights up and goes. The fire starter I use is like a compressed sawdust, and it actually burns for quite a while. So we'll see what happens. This wood is still pretty wet though, so who knows. Yep, fire's going. I figured just screw it, I'm just going to put all the wood on it. It's going to take forever to burn because it's wet. So yeah, I just threw all the wood in one pile. So I should have some nice high flames from it though. Keep me nice and warm. Maybe even dry out my shirt a little bit. Got my fire going. It looks great out there, it really does. Wish I could be out there by it. But the rain came. As soon as that fire started, the rain came. See? Fire's going. Don't know how long it will last in this rain, but the fire's going. So yeah, this trip has kind of been a bit of a bust, hasn't it? Yesterday was fine. Drove all the way up here, no problems. Got camp all set up, had a great time. Got on my hike and I got that all recorded just fine. But man, after coming back here and pretty much after lunch is pretty much where everything started. I would say right around 1 o'clock. And the rain just comes and goes, comes and goes, comes and goes. Sometimes it's heavy, sometimes it's light. It's just annoying. And I definitely got to do something about this tent in the off season over the winter. Put some waterproof spray on the material, seam seal it, things like that. But I can get through the night yet, so there's no problem with that. God, that fire looks good. I want to be out there by it. Yeah, well, I'm still here. Slept much better last night. It did come down pretty hard last night too. Sometime in the middle of the night, I mean, it was just pouring rain. And there's actually some thunder involved with that storm too. I heard a couple of rumbles of it, but I just rolled right back over and fell asleep. But then I woke up in the middle of the night. I can't tell you what time because my phone completely died on me. I can't turn it on at all. So yeah. So I have no idea what time I actually woke up. I've been kind of tossing and turning ever since. Garbage truck came in and emptied out the garbage bin, which of course is right next to my site, so it was really loud. And again, just kind of tossed and turned, fell back asleep. I have no idea what the time is now. Oh, but it's getting bright.
I'm gonna wake up, make my oatmeal. I'm hoping that the temperatures will warm up a little bit, and then the sun will come out and help dry off the tent and the fly. I don't know if that's going to happen, but I'm hoping. All right, time to get moving. I've been doing a little bit of work in the tent before I came out to start making my breakfast. So I've got my sleeping pad, sleeping bags, all that all taken care of. Excuse me a moment, I need to spray down. The rainy sounds, it's just the moisture on the leaves. The wind blows the tops of the trees and just knocks them all off. So that's all that's going on. I've actually got a little bit of a headache this morning too. And truthfully, I think it's a caffeine withdrawal. Truthfully, I think that's what it is. I haven't had coffee, I haven't had soda. I'm just relying on these Crystal Light packets. Yes, they has a little caffeine in it, but not what I'm used to. Now, every morning I have 3 cups of coffee, which to me a cup is, I think my cup at home is like a 16-ounce mug or something like that, and I have 3 of those every morning. I have to admit, these oatmeals are really good. So yeah, I've really enjoyed these oatmeals. All those big chunks of apple in there, oh, those are amazing. All right, so I'll just let that steep for a little while. And while I do that, I'm going to do a little more cleaning up, a little more picking up, get my garbage tossed, things like that. All right, be back to you in a bit. This tastes good. All right, I'm going to sit here and eat, and I'll get back to you maybe when I'm starting to break down the actual tent and stuff, because to have you guys in the tent with me while I'm working, that's really difficult to do. You know, I don't have the tripod, so I can't set it up or anything like that. I'd have to hold it the whole time, and working one-handed just doesn't work. All right, so I'm going to finish my breakfast, and I'll see you in a little bit. All right, so that's done. Spoons are put away. So yeah, now I can start working on getting everything else packed up. I need to take a break though. That oatmeal was really filling this morning. I could have done 2, maybe a third, but man, to pipe down 4 of those, holy cow. So I'm full and I'm feeling it. Okay, so my rucksack has all my sleeping gear in it already. So now I'm going to take off the fly, shake as much of the water out as possible, stuff my raincoat in here just to act as a little bit of a barrier, and then I can start putting the fly, the tent in, and all that stuff. I'm going to take my raincoat. I'll have to get some pegs to use for these guidelines. That way I don't have to use wood all the time. These slide down through the pocket on the side. Okay, I'm gonna just pick it up and kind of give it a look-see to see how wet it is. Oh, very wet. All right. I'm gonna kind of fold it in on itself a little bit, just so that soaking wet bottom doesn't really touch anything else. Get this shoved in here. Again, it's still a little damp and wettish, but at least it's decently clean. All right, let's get this up on the bike. All right, so not bad. I've done worse. I've been trying to plug my phone into my bike to get it to charge. It will not take a charge. I don't know what's going on with it. You know, I'm not getting a moisture sensor alert on my phone saying unplug it. You know, we're detecting moisture in the plug. I'm not getting that at all. I plug it in. It gives me the little lightning bolt icon telling me it's charging, but then it doesn't actually charge the phone. I'm going to plug it in as I'm driving, and hopefully everything will be fine. I don't know. All right, gonna finish my little snack, and we'll jump on the bike and get out of here.